There's some cats who absolutely love baths and they really enjoy it. There's some cats who just will not have it. So make sure that one, that you and your cat are okay and it's not going to be too much of a stressful experience for either of you. And two, make sure that there's actually a good, true, valid reason why to give your cat a bath. Most cats are really good at cleaning themselves. So giving them a bath, you may not need to get a bath as routinely as dogs do, but they can tolerate baths on occasion. So what you do is you go through and get an area that you feel comfortable working in. That area can either be a kitchen sink or it can possibly be in a bathtub. And then you go through and make sure the water is going to be something that you can tolerate and maybe even a couple degrees cooler than what you can normally tolerate. So make sure that you're okay sticking the gentle portion of your wrist, that's right next to your hand, that you're able to go through and tolerate the heat of that to your skin. If you're concerned at all, maybe just keep it down a couple of degrees. And then gradually introduce your cat into the water. They're not going to like it, but some cats do, but most likely they won't. You can probably start by going through and maybe gradually putting it over their shoulder blades and letting the water run down their back. That can work because it's a gradual introduction to it. And then once your cat is tolerant of going through and having the full stream of water onto them, you can go through and be able to try to massage any soap into their hair coat. Let's just try to make sure you don't wash their head with the running water. Try to make sure their head's nice and dry. You don't want them to go through and have like any water running to their eyes or running to their nose or running to their ears. So once you go through and have the cat fully wet, you go through and rub the soap into their body from the neck down, making sure you get all their limbs and also their tail and their belly as well. And then you rinse it off. Cats with longer hair, that can be slightly difficult to dry. So going through and wrapping them up in a towel and making sure they're giving them plenty of opportunities to dry is helpful. A blow dryer is not always the most helpful thing to be able to put on a cat because one, it's going to scare them, and two, it may potentially burn them. But just make sure they're in a clean, dry towel for as long as possible to get rid of all that extra water off their hair coat.